Hey everybody, this is part 3 of my songwriting journey, taking you through kind of how I approach songwriting. And so in the first episode, we kind of sketched out what I wanted the song to be, and then the second part was really about kind of darkening those lines a little bit, and we're going to darken those lines even a little more this time around. So I think in the last episode, I talked a little bit about what I wanted the song to be about, and that was focusing on this idea of friendship and true heart, soul friendship. And I've been using, to me, what the epitome of literary friendship is, and that is the friendship between Samwise Gamgee and Frodo Baggins from Lord of the Rings. And so this song is called the Ballad of Sam and Frodo, and so if you saw the last episode, I threw out a few kind of lyrics that might kind of be taking us where we're going, but I've solidified those a little bit more. And for those of you who may not know the story of Sam and Frodo, really quickly, Frodo has this task. He has to take this ring, this evil ring, magic ring, and his best friend Sam has kind of been thrust into this journey with him. And so that's where we are. So I had started the lyric process and had kind of sketched out a first verse, but it didn't quite grab me. So I played with it a little bit more, and I think I've got something that I like. So the first part, there's a lot of scenes that are kind of flashes of kind of what I want to include in this song and write about. And the first one really is that when Gandalf the wizard gives this task to Frodo, they're having this conversation about what the ring is, and all of a sudden there's a noise outside, and it turns out that Sam has been eavesdropping in there, and Gandalf brings him in and accuses him of eavesdropping, and at first I had written overhearing in the garden where you're called to go. That was the opening line. But one of the things I really like about that little interchange is that when Gandalf accuses him of eavesdropping, Sam says, "I ain't been dropping no eaves." And I love how Tolkien plays with that. And it tells you a lot about Sam in that just that little line. So that's where we kind of start the song is with some dropping of eaves, and so the first verse really has become about that beginning, like Sam hearing that Frodo has got to do this, and Sam, willingly going with him beyond the confines of their little world out into the greater world. The chorus is relatively unchanged, I think, since the last time I shared. But it's all about the striving and climbing and the promise, really, to go with your beloved friend until the very end. So the second verse talks a little bit about that middle part of Sam and Frodo's journey, where Sam really begins to see the burden that the ring is taking on Frodo. And certainly, I think all of us, when we walk with friends, what I love about this relationship is that it's so metaphorical, but it's so true to all of our friendships. We all walk with people, and we see the burdens that they carry, and in the story also, Frodo is stabbed, he is wounded multiple times, and even though Sam is with him and promises to protect him, Sam can't protect Frodo from every wound that he may receive. So that's reflected here, and then the end of that second verse is really about the the courage that Sam has, the kind of the feistiness that he is going to fight every villain, whether it's a troll or whether it's Gollum, who is another companion with them along the way, or whether it's a horde of orcs or whoever. Sam is promising that he will fight until the very end and defend his friend. So that's where I am right now. So I'm going to play where I am, and I hope you like it. So this is where we are with the Ballad of Sam and Frodo. Dropping leaves in the garden, thought I heard you have to go. Something about a ring or a dark lord and the end of all we know. Never thought we'd be companions on this journey beyond our doors. One more step and we'll be farther than we've ever been before. But oh, my friend, I will walk beside you still. If I must, I will climb up every hill. I'll go with you till the end. I can see the burden wearing in the darkening of your eyes. Can't protect you from every stab, but no, I promise I will try. I will fight off every villain with my bare hands if I must. Even the ones that lurk inside you, that threaten to break our trust. But oh, my friend, I will walk beside you still. If I must, I will climb up every hill. I'll go with you to the end. So that's where we are. Oh, I also forgot to mention in that last verse, Sam promises to fight off, and he does. He fights off Shelob, the giant spider, orcs and trolls, and all of these people. But the villain that Sam also fights constantly is the villain that's within Frodo's heart himself, and sometimes we have to do that for our friends as well. Is that we have to. We know that their burdens sometimes wear them down, but we have to walk with them and remind them of who they are, and sometimes fight against the things that will even put us in a place where our friendship may even be at risk. And that's what happens in that relationship with Sam and Frodo at one point, which is, again, a wonderful thing. So that's where we are with it. I'm pretty happy with where those first verses and the chorus have gone. And so the next piece is I'm really hearing a bridge there, and the bridge, we'll talk a little bit about the bridge next time, but that's kind of where we are. So anyway, I'd love your feedback if you like what you hear, if you like the lyrics and things that are coming so far. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, if I don't know, feel free to add something in the comments. So thanks y'all so much for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.